Yo, what is going on? It is Monday, February 9th, 10:59 a.m. I'm joined here by a young man in his cocoon. Today, again, no trades. We had only really one good setup on the day, but a lot of wicks and just took a little bit while to displace to this candle, and let's get into why I thought this was a good setup. Because coming into the day, I actually did have a bullish bias. We had no reason to continue lower as far as, let me make this better. As far as this goes, as you take a look, we were selling off throughout Asia and London session. However, higher time frame wise, we were in clear bullish order flow. We had all of these 4 hours just get inverse and respected. The only thing that you could say was that we had just inversed this 4 hour to the downside, and the hourly was trending sort of, but it was just a slight retracement to then want to continue higher, I believe. I don't know. It was just like I wanted to be bullish, especially with the jaws on liquidity having both session highs above. We had these pair of equal highs right before pre-market, and we were just SMT'd inside of this high time frame gap, and we started trending upwards from that. So to me, that's just enough indication that we want to be bullish. And we had this 1 minute form right at open where the 930 candle swung down, created a fair value gap, but it took 1, 2, 3, 4 candles inverse, and then we were just wicking through it. This inverse isn't even strong. This wick throws you off, and overall, just yeah, I mean, it was pretty clear that this was the draw. So this would have been the entry. Would have sat in a lot of drawdown. This would have personally been the entry for me, and I would have TP'd right at this buy side, a little bit higher, just that. 6-7 points. Yeah, and then the rest of the day, as you can see right here, we just chopped around. The next trade that I did want to get was this inverse right here. I wanted to see this gap get immediately inverse to the upside to London high, but if we take a look, it took 13 minutes to inverse. This was a 2 minute gap that I wanted to see inverse within 2 to 3 candles. I originally did want 2. I even took the risk on the third one, but as you can see, this third candle was just a doji candle, whatever this shit's called, like a bull hammer candle, to the downside. And then we ended up inversing this 2 minute gap 10 minutes later, and of course it plays out perfectly to the draw on liquidity. After that, I was more so seeking just a continuation to Asia high. However, we did not get that. We tagged into this 5 minute, and if we take a look here though, yeah, we got technically a continuation. But what were we? We were externally, I don't feel like going all the way down. But yeah, we were at Asia high SMT'd because ES ended up running Asia high right here. And we were internally SMT'd because ES was above this high there. So we had this 3 minute that I don't know why, I just knew this shit was going to play out. But it looked like this at the time being, where we were SMT'd right here. Whatever, we were SMT'd with Asia high, and we were SMT'd internally. So to me, this isn't a valid entry. I just had a feeling that it would play out. You're gonna come in my room, like, girl. But yeah, that's about all that played out today. I got off at around 10:55, so like right here, got off. I do think we're gonna run this buy side, but I'd rather just not. We had these equal lows that I was waiting to maybe even take this too, because it would have been a free break even. I failed down to this 5 minute. But we had no SMT 1 and 2. We were just clearly in strong ass bullish order flow, but this would have been the trade, just like a 1.1. Yeah. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end up back testing later today. Try to tweak the model because it is February 9th and I still have yet to fucking hit a trade. So yeah, that's about really all that I've got in store for the journal today. It was really short as we had 2 clear entries. Well, 2 entries, but no clear and good rated entry. We just take way too long to inverse here, and then this one. This is more so for me. I would like eval answer this now. It was just this rejection had to happen in one of these 3 candles. Okay, cool. But this rejection, this poor close, it just was a mess. So yeah, that's about all I got. I'm gonna back test and see, because I was thinking, like, what if oh shit, I'm sorry if it sounds like ear rape, but I might just like, it's getting to a point where I'm getting no entries. I'm reading every draw every draw that there is, and I'm just like, I'm gonna have to see what it is if I just trade based off of pure discretion, displacement, and draw and liquidity. Of course, in integrating confluence with some like NQLE. So yeah, I'm gonna back test shit like that. Gonna back test IVGs later today and see where that ends up taking me. But thank you for tuning in. Peace, love, positivity, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.